The playground decorations leave little doubt where you are. But once inside the classroom, it's soon spelled out that things here are far from traditional. This is a state school for boys. The Abu Dhabi government funds it, sets the curriculum and hires the staff. But it's one of almost 200 schools where private companies are being paid to train teachers and help modernise the way children are taught.
Before, they used to be spoon-fed the information by the teacher. They used to just listen to the teacher. This is a boring way of teaching that bores the students. It's opposite to what's happening now. Now it's very active. They have a lot of activities and time flies by.
So school might be more fun than it used to be, but the idea is to improve standards, and that doesn't come cheap. So are the tens of millions of dollars being well spent?
I believe so, yes. We are spending money in the right place because we are investing in our people. The education of the Arab world is not up to the expectation, and it needs a lot of work to be done to produce the caliber the economy needs to be compatible on the international market.
This is a rich country where citizens are well looked after, and privately, experts tell you it can be hard to push the value of education, especially as children, and boys in particular, get older. And one of the firms hired to work with schools says this shows the need for their services.
There is a growing sense from young people and parents right around the world, and particularly in this region, that they desperately need the education and training that they can get that will allow them to get into the jobs that they want and allow them to help these economies drive forwards. We need more wealth creators, and that means we need students who are entrepreneurial, who've got creative skills, thinking skills. And yet we have an education system that is typically still stuck in teaching the skills of the past century and not the 21st century.
This girls' school's another that's brought in outside help, this time a company from Finland. More than 20 of the teachers come from that country, working with the pupils and the local staff too.
Implementation of curriculum.
But some argue that when it comes to involving business in state education, there has to be a balance.
We need to remember the private sector is not the answer to everything. Most of the countries who currently are the highest performing in the world, places like Japan, Canada or Finland, usually have primarily publicly funded and publicly delivered education systems. The specific use of the private sector can be when you need to mobilize quickly, as many of the governments here in the Gulf want to do, and you want to build targeted capabilities over a short period of time. This is the place to use the private partners. However, it cannot replace the long-term building of your own capabilities.
By paying private companies to help run their schools, governments hope to improve results and impress parents. Here, it seems to be working. Enrolments are up by about 20% year on year. But there's still a lot of work to do, because while just a few years ago, 1 in 3 pupils in this emirate went to a private school, that number's now jumped to 2 in 3. Schools like this are making a mark on youngsters that will be hard to erase. And teachers hope the new ways of learning, however they're paid for, will make sure these children get their voices heard well into the future.